Today's Casa is really special. I saw it on Marina Brazil's Instagram. She's a realtor here in the Serra Fluminense in Rio de Janeiro. This video went viral, right, Marina?
Yeah, this video really blew up. You chose so well. This house is perfect.
No, I called right away and said, please, I need to film this house. Thank God we made it happen.
I was so proud. Fernanda invited me here and I loved it.
Then we also got the owner, who's the architect, her daughter, and her business partner, who were all involved in the project. So come with us, because this Casa is unmissable. Oh, very important. If you like houses like this and find our content relevant, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's very quick. Just go to the screen, activate the notification bell, and you'll receive these videos as soon as they're published. So come with me. Come, Marina. Hello, more homemade?
People be.
Welcome, everyone. I can't believe it. Look, let me introduce you. Here in Rio, it's 2 kisses on the cheek. Bia, the owner of the house and an architect. Lilian, her business partner. And Paula, who also works at the office. Bia's daughter, who's going to tell us the story of this house.
Exactly.
So since there are a lot of women together, we're 5, and we've already been gossiping, we're going to set up a little structure here. I'll start with Bia. She's going to tell us the stories. There are a lot of stories in this house, right? 17 years. Then her business partner, Lilian, who worked on the project, and Paula, who already has a house over there, all her own. After that, we'll come back with Marina, who made all this happen and is currently selling this house, which I'm almost buying, guys. By the time I finish, I'm going to buy it. So let's go.
I'm cutting in because of that.
See? You've already got a buyer.
Bia, oh my gosh, what is this house? Tell me, how did the whole process go?
Well, we were looking for a house here in the mountains. This was the first house we saw, and we liked it and everything, but, it was the first house. You have to see others. So we went to see other places. There was one in particular in Junqueira that was basically move-in ready, all set up, nicely decorated, but it was on a really steep hill, I said, no way, we're going to get old. We'll have grandkids and everything. It would be complicated. And in the end, after seeing other places, we came back here. When we came back here, my husband and my kids said, Mom, are you crazy? Because the house was really run down. It was basically a pile of rubble, and the garden, the landscaping and everything. I said, what? The architect.
Love.
A ruin, right?
You said the magic word.
Exactly. I said, look, I see so much potential in this house. I think it could turn out beautiful. And it didn't have any character, It was a house with yellow paint and wooden windows. So that's when we decided to really do a major renovation. So there was no porch. The house only came up to here. We already expanded it, added the bay windows.
Let's just show, this is really important. Like we showed at the entrance, there's a river running right here, okay? Yeah.
That's it.
So you're constantly hearing that sound of the river. It's not an app, right?
Nope.
An app, a meditation app? It's real?
No, it's real. And the river, I think later we'll see the real darling of the house, because it's just the best thing in life.
No, but guys, here it is. Did you dam it up?
No, because we close it off and it turns into a pool. This is a pool. Since it rained a lot these past few days, it's really full. But this is a pool. See those pulleys over there? We open and close them, and over there it forms a waterfall that's just amazing. You can hold on, guys.
It's unreal.
So we did the renovation and all, and we wanted a house with a cozy mountain vibe. That's why we went for this style, with lots of floral fabrics, stripes, floral rugs, and reclaimed wood. We renovated everything. This here is that Etruscan castellato, which is super beautiful. The floor is all reclaimed wood.
Did you bring all of this?
We did everything ourselves. We stripped the house down to the bones. The ceiling that kind of looks like a farmhouse. Anyway, we stripped everything down and started building it up. The first house to be finished was this main house. Because later on, as we'll see, there are two more buildings that were also in pretty bad shape. So, anyway, when the main house was finished, we started renovating the other houses. The pool, later we'll see it, there's the pool pavilion, which didn't exist before. There's the field. We wanted a tennis court too, so we had to make some changes to the garden.
But this house here, it has 5 bedrooms.
It has 5 bedrooms, 4 downstairs, 2 suites, and 2 rooms with double beds. And upstairs, we made a suite just for us, which is super nice. And
Did you change the layout? Did you change the house? Or was the facade originally like this? No.
there was no porch.
No.
It was a wreck. We changed everything. We painted it blue and white, which are colors that I think are really nice for a farmhouse. Now, we changed everything.
And how long did the renovation take?
Well, we bought it in 2009. The inauguration was in March 2010, which was my husband's birthday. That's when we opened it. Wow.
That was fast. It was.
It really was. But like I told you, we first renovated the house so we could start using it. And little by little, we renovated the rest.
Hey, Bia, tell me about this treasure hunt. I see these armchairs with studs, super classic. Did you find all this by hunting around? Did you research? How'd that story go?
Well, here, a lot of things we bought at Entreposto. Okay. And we bought a lot of things, especially these armchairs. They were from Emporia Maria Maria. And this little corner here is a spot we use a lot because it has the bay window. It's a cozy little nook.
And you think about all the details. In your office, Lido architecture, do you also handle this fine styling, or do you focus more on the architecture side? And then your daughter, Paula, Lilian, your partner, how do you divide up the tasks?
Well, it varies. Here, they handled a lot of the architecture part, but all the decorating happened gradually. We went hunting for things in local shops around here. Every little thing was bought piece by piece. Sometimes we like something, so we buy it. So in the end, it all came together bit by bit. I think Paula was more involved in that, especially because she would come here on weekends. On weekends, whenever we came up, we'd always stop by Maria Maria or Gallo Vermeo, which is closed now. That was Beth's place, and we bought a lot of things there, which
Is the best part, right? Coming back home. Yeah.
And then, anyway, we went hunting for things, which was the fun part, you know. So it all happened little by little, right?
And I see it like this. Look at how we bring a sense of coziness, right? Look, just these pillows here. Look at the mix of textures. Yeah, a thicker fabric, almost like a tapestry.
Yeah, it is.
Check out this straw. For a mountain house, look at that straw texture. Not real straw, though, but it kind of gives a texture as if it were. The rug is gorgeous. I think this rug really tied everything together.
Oh, I think it totally matches this style, right?
Absolutely. It looks like a whitewashed house, you know? Yeah. And here are the plaid bros. They already make the place feel so cozy. Elephant.
Little Elephant. Paula loves an auction. So she's always hunting for all sorts of things at auctions. These little elephants, she said. Mom, these elephants are mine. I'm just lending them. So it's here, you see.
And whose sculpture is this?
No, this statue is kind of funny. My husband is a blacksmith. And he's obsessed with. At home, we have a little statue that belonged to his father. That's exactly what La Faucheron is. And he wanted a statue for here. He went online and found one, but he forgot to check the size. When it arrived at our house, it was like a sarcophagus. And then in Rio, there was no way for us to fit it anywhere, so it came here. It's not worth anything, not at all. It's just a funny story, you know? The other statue is tiny, like this, but he didn't check the scale, the size, so it ended up being that big. And this is the property here. We call it Villa Ferrero, which has to do with that, with the last name, because he's a blacksmith and all.
Now, I think these little windows, like all little windows, right? They add a certain charm. Did you replicate them elsewhere? because they even add some movement to the outside, to the facade. Now,
We only did it here. This
the curtain here? Yeah.
with the curtain. All the curtains in the house, all the bedspreads and everything were made by Claudia Figuero's studio from Rio.
Look how beautiful. This is a Roman shade.
Look, that one, since 2010, you can see the quality.
No, and if you feel the linen, it's
It's all super high quality.
the Roman shade is the one that comes down in layers. Look at the finishing here.
This is a custom made linen curtain because you have those ready made ones you can buy.
Wonderful. And here you already did it. Where'd you do it from?
Everything. We did everything. The house, this part didn't even exist. We use this area a lot since there's a pizza oven.
Guys,
We use this countertop a lot to set out the serving dishes on the days when at lunch, at dinner, we put them here.
what kind of stone is this?
This is Simstone with the quartz, right?
Yeah, because I think people say, I tried to come up with something, but honestly, these sterile stones.
This is super practical. And when we did this, siltstone was just starting to be used. Nowadays, there are a bunch of brands. Siltstone is actually a brand, it's a type of quartz. There was a lot of prejudice, like it stains, it burns. But look, we've been here for 17 years, and the kitchen countertops are also quartz. So they're still in great shape.
It turned out really nice. And here you have a high ceiling, right? You filed the ceiling height, you added this floor. Yeah,
We added this floor. You can see here we have some box structures because there were some beams I tried to hide. So I created a symmetry to play with that. And there was a beam here, so we built these boxes. That way, we also hide the speakers.
and so on. I think this is really charming. The ceiling detail,
Like a skirt and shirt, right?
shirt and skirt, shirt and skirt. And there are farms where you paint them two-tone as well. Yeah, that's it. But here, since the ceiling isn't that high in this part, it's better for it to be white. Yeah,
It's white.
because that way it gives us that sense of height. Wonderful, guys. This is like a dollhouse. Yeah, since it's big, it's like several dollhouses. Yeah.
That's right.
You guys use this pizza oven a lot, right? Yeah.
We use it. You can tell by that.
Whoops.
All burned up. Yeah.
Homemaker's project. So there's a sink here with the wet area already set up so it doesn't leak. This is for people who actually use it.
Back then, there wasn't any gold Deka. We had it gold plated because in 2010 it didn't exist yet. Nowadays they have their eyes. Yeah,
They got every color now.
it's got everything.
Here you've also got the storage with the deca.
Here's a Decker. Here's a Deca.
Now it's wonderful. And here you already have these two tables, so you can set up several little tables. It's all very
Cozy. Yeah, sometimes we have 17 people in all. So some sit here, some sit there, some sit on the porch, and over there are the drinks and the plates, you know. So it's super practical.
and cozy, right? Because like the house has 11 bedrooms, but you're not necessarily going to use all 11. You have several different setups that together, yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
together they connect, but even when separate, they still work.
Why, exactly.
That's it. Now, this chandelier here,
You know where the chandelier is, Frau? I think it doesn't even exist anymore, from Lala Bertolini, which used to be at Shopping da Gavea, antique shop.
I don't recall.
You don't remember?
Yeah,
It's wonderful, just wonderful.
just
Weight of it. Actually, it's for a table, for a pool table, right from Heather.
guys.
And it actually works incredibly well. When we saw it, I said, look, this is it. I didn't want anything too, especially because with the low ceiling, you couldn't do anything too big, right?
And the lighting design, is that yours too? Yeah.
Mine together with Lumini
Oh, got it.
and folk.
From Luminen did it. Lumen is amazing, right? We sell light fixtures and also do the lighting design.
Too. Yeah, they did the lighting design.
Guys, this here is for the recording support. Yeah.
Right.
Bia, I'm a coffee addict. Then when I saw it, she said, do you want me to take it away? I said, no, for the love of God. Look at this bottle. Oh my God. Actually, I'm even going to make his coffee to go with it. And here's this little table. This is from back in the day. There was that phase in architecture where everything was sunken. Those fireplace sofas at different levels. I've always loved houses with different levels.
Yeah, that's right.
But I think it makes things feel cozy. This little room here is just lovely.
Here we have a projector screen that comes down, and we spend a lot of time here because this is where we watch TV. And there's also the fireplace, which is super nice, right? We hunted for a lot of these things. So this here is something interesting. It's that animal game roulette wheel,
But
which is a huge hit. Everyone who comes here falls in love with it, you see? And she's addicted to it.
obsessed.
She's addicted.
Which animal comes up?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Let's try it. Can I try?
Go ahead.
Lewin, who's filming, which animal do you pet? Monkey? I'm going to go with snake.
Lewin knows because he said it right away.
Did you know it lands on Monty?
No, but he said it right away.
And are there numbers too? Yeah. So,
So when we saw that, we bought it at Gallo Vermelho with Beth.
guys, because, so if it's going to be monkey, it'll come back as 17. No, it didn't come up at all.
Only God knows what kind of bird that is.
It's going to come back as monkey.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
It stopped, it landed on.
Mine, the wall sconces, we bought a lot of things at Secret de Famille
Wow, I could never do that.
store. Secret de Famille is just the most beautiful thing, right? It's all French stuff and everything. In Rio, it doesn't exist anymore. I don't know about Sao Paulo if it's still.
Moving in 2011, there was one. Not sure now.
It's been a while.
You really have to look for it now.
And here we made the family portraits, right? From my family, from my husband's family, right?
But who's this here? Mga?
My mom, my mother-in-law,
Mother-in-law?
my mother-in-law. This is my dad, this one here. Here, my father-in-law's family, there were 12 siblings. Look at how many there are.
Wow, guys, that's wonderful. Notice how they've already divided it up here to avoid any fights.
No, it's all.
I'm just here tomorrow.
Okay.
Equal division. Yeah, the men, it's fine. Nobody's going to care about that. And just look at this here. And
So here, oh, Fernanda, I'm from the time when I learned typing class.
I had it at school.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway, but nowadays, just imagine. And then when we saw it, this was also a real find. When we saw it, look at that. Looks super cool. It's part of our history, so we bought it.
this one's actually good because I have millennial subscribers. Guys, let me introduce you to a typewriter.
Yeah, this generation now.
She already knows.
Damn.
Typing class, guys. I'm 46 years old. I had it at the beginning when I went to middle school at GINC, Red Hat GINC. And then you had to type because it looked bad if you did it like this, all fancy. You had different regions for each finger.
Wow.
Then when you made a mistake, my love, you had to take out the paper, or there was that little white thing you used to go back and type over it, which was already pretty modern, or you'd take out the sheet and go back and type everything all over again.
But in your time, the machines must have already been a bit more automatic. Yeah.
Not so.
I used this one here.
Oh no, this one is almost there.
I'm 65, so there's a difference, right? Yes, there is.
But even so, folks, people don't know. The daughters look at this and say,
That's it, Mom. Well, then we sent. Finally, we started collecting little things.
Iber Camargo, I love my books. Come, take a close look at these books. Oh, Iber Camargo, Bynum. Is Brandon Francisco or Ricardo? Whose book is this? I can't see it now.
I don't know. I can't even remember.
Ricardo is the brother who owns that weapons museum. Finally, Francisco.
This book is older. And
Just lots. This one's beautiful too, huh?
yeah, little things. There are lots of little things.
I'm in love with this here. Yeah.
We bought that at Gallo Vermelho, too.
This is for stirring the fireplace, for making the fire. I love it. Horse head. And do you light the fireplace a lot?
A lot,
This became a little nook.
a lot. And here's something cool. We put this piece here. Yeah, to protect it, because the projector screen comes down. And it worked really well because we light the fireplace, lower the screen, and nothing catches fire. Not the TV, not the.
I thought about that because it's tricky. I've had projects where I had to design the fireplace and I didn't have much expertise, and there's that issue. Because sometimes you also get those black marks on the wall. Yeah,
But here, it worked great.
made it really sealed up here.
Sealed up, exactly. It works really well. Back then, it was still the time when TVs were wider, so I made this.
Yeah.
This niche, you don't need it anymore, right?
Put it on the stone.
Yeah, he'd put it right on the stone. I love this stone. It's the wood stone. Beautiful, huh? We used it in several spots around the house.
Beautiful, because some parts are cut to fit, but others are just
There, yeah.
wonderful. And lots of post-its, all blue and white, right?
All blue and white, which I like. I think it matches. I think it looks classy, elegant. Those,
Can't go rowing.
yeah. The backgammon set is also for my husband's family, okay? So I'll be honest, I don't know how to play. Do you?
You know, I used to be a lawyer, right? But then it was after college, after class, there were backgammon games. I was never able to do the math quickly, because you have to do two.
I have no idea. My husband knows.
I wanted to learn.
My husband knows.
I play chess.
Anyway, anyway.
And I have to admit that if I had a
Word like this, I
would have lost via.
true.
It's beautiful.
There's still time.
There's still time. Yeah.
This belongs to my husband, right? It was from his family, so, but
This is inlaid. This is wood. Look at this, guys. Look at this craftsmanship. Is this wood or is it leather?
I think it's leather, Fernando. Look, I'm thinking it's leather. How beautiful.
Guys, cut my hand. Look at how perfect it is
Super cool, right?
with the wood carving.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wow, you have pieces like this? Anyway, beautiful. And is this rug by Cami?
All the rugs are by Cami. Back when we were putting the house together, we went to Sao Paulo and bought the stuff. Between the counter, the table, these sofas, that other table. And then we took advantage, went to Valhall and bought this door, which is
Door.
this door. We wanted a different door.
And this handle is beautiful too.
We bought this handle separately.
Looks like it's from Dallo. Yeah,
That's right.
a hardware company. And their stuff is just gorgeous.
And then on that trip to Sao Paulo, we also went to buy Chica and bought the rugs.
Including these ones.
These Aubusons, I have them. It was between Aubusson and the blue and white striped ones, right? These armchairs were from our house in Rio, the one we moved from. The decor came here with us.
Look, with this corduroy velvet, you can't get more current than this. And these pillows too.
All these pillows as well. We bought them at Baycane. Then at Emporio Maria, we ended up buying a bunch of things. This trunk is from there
Emporio Maria, I've done it. I shot the girls.
with Claudia. That's right.
If you haven't seen it, you guys have to go because Emporio Maria belongs to Claudia and Luciana. They're two sisters. It's such a beautiful store. It's kind of like a village.
It's a village, yeah.
Yeah, there's a bakery, there's this place here, there's a store. And you guys are going to put the link here because we filmed the Emporium and the Sisters projects. It's amazing.
They're super talented. But back when we were setting up the house, they were still just a little shop in the mall, and they used to close up.
Oh, I remember the little clothes, remember?
No, I mean furniture.
Yeah.
Clothes and furniture. And then they set up that village over there. We bought a lot of stuff there too. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Every time we go to Itaipava, we have to stop by there just to look around.
It's an outing, all the finishes.
Everything's new and
Here you put in this flooring, which turned out really
interesting. Wait, what's it called again? It's the Etrusco from Castellato, right?
it's the polished one, right? Yeah.
Oh.
Very subtle.
Yeah, it gets worn over time, but I think that's part of the charm, right?
So this is where you go to the private area, right?
That's right.
Now, I see that in these partitions, you also ran all the house's infrastructure through them. I see there are speakers here. Yeah.
Like I told you, since there were beams here and we needed to hide them, some of these boxes are fake. So we took advantage of that to run wiring, to embed speakers. Look,
At this, Luana, just look at that. Wow, that's amazing.
so we made the crown moldings over there, which give off a nice cozy light. Yeah,
It's a huge job, right? You combine the ceiling fan,
yeah, it is.
and that's what makes the difference. Everything is so clean, and at the same time, it created these nice little cozy spaces.
Yeah, I think this division of the ceiling like this, I think it made things feel cozy, right? Because imagine if it was all just one big thing, it wouldn't have the same charm. No, with the
Contemporary architecture nowadays?
right.
Yeah, exactly. And besides, the fact that it's also divided into other rooms. Yeah,
But yeah,
because then you have 11 bedrooms, but it feels like, yeah,
it's not that huge thing, right?
we could have had more. Wow.
This cabinet is from Emporio Maria Maria, and we use it to store the dishes we use most often day to day. You know why we have this china cabinet?
Look how it's set up, guys. It's beautiful. Impeccable, right, Bia? I'll show you when the homeowner lets me. I love going into the china cabinet. Look at that. Everything blue and white? Yeah.
Most of it is blue and white. I have those dishes over there. Those were my mom's, see?
How beautiful. This one,
The one on the bottom there is,
this one here.
yeah, this one right here. It's from a talk. It belonged to my grandfather, and now I inherited it. See?
And then,
There are the little cups, too. My mom is 95 years old. She used to come a lot. Now she comes less often. So when she comes, we have to serve her.
oh, of course. Yeah, how beautiful.
Like everything in life, it's all about phases, right? Paula went to live in Sao Paulo for 2 years. Paula was our super companion. She always came over. And my son already has his own office. In Sao Paulo, he's in the same routine. And then the house started to feel really big. There are 11 bedrooms, you know? No, guys, this,
It's a club, not a house.
that's right. So it started to feel way too big. So we kind of lost the point of keeping such a huge house. And
It's a shame not to keep this house because it's a lot of work and so on. Like any big house. If we're not going to use it, then let it live other stories, right? Yeah.
that's it. You can buy it. I'll be really happy if you buy it.
So
Marina, sell it to her.
I swear I'll finish the recording. I swear to you, I'll finish the recording. I'm going to do it. My husband, he takes longer, but I'm going to call my best friend because my dream, I'm telling you this, and I'm going to share it. This tip is to do that thing where families come together.
I think that's so cool.
Close to Rio de Janeiro. So there's a hospital, there's an airport.
It's an hour and a half. That's one of the things I think is great about this place because in an hour and a half, obviously if traffic is good, you get here and it's paradise, guys, because this is a valley. So you don't even know what's going on in the rest of the world.
Now we're going to go into the kitchen, which is beautiful. Now check this out. It's really interesting. You guys always ask me how to make a frame. She took 2 and crossed them. This is faux bamboo, right? It's fake bamboo. She took 2, put them together instead.
She integrated them, Mike.
Yeah, exactly. It turned out really beautiful. Guys, this kitchen is just gorgeous. It's so beautiful. I don't even know where to look. First, should I look at the floor?
Look, the floor is made of hydraulic tiles, right? Which we really love these colors. We made this blue hydraulic tile baseboard. And we really wanted that country house vibe with those paneled cabinets. Not too many cabinets either, and not going all the way up to the ceiling.
No, seriously, with the paneling, you let it breathe.
You
I want to share a lot of tips here. May I, Bia? Go ahead.
Sure,
People ask about this.
sure. Go ahead.
Bia is the architect. But look, gaps. This way, with the paneling, you can't even tell if it's continuous or not, but you let everything breathe. Here, even though it's all land and very humid, we have a river. I'm a lesbian, and when I walk into a house like that, I immediately,
Yeah.
at no point, Bia, flawless. Everything ventilates. Porcelain drawer close. Here is the stone that we already showed you, which is silestone.
Siltstone.
This compact material is incredibly durable.
You?
You can see it's flawless. Open shelving. Now, what I'm going to show you, which I thought was beautiful, come around here, Luann. This right here, look. Before Devil's Kitchens even existed, that amazing kitchen store in London that we see on Instagram, you've already put this here. This is beautiful.
Know where it's from, right?
It's
A store that I think still exists in Sao Paulo, Deposito Santa Fe, and a Galinha in Sao Conrado.
Yeah.
I wanted something with a real rustic vibe, not a conventional cabinet like the ones we make back in Rio, in more modern houses. We wanted something that really felt like the countryside. And I think this worked. It worked really well, right?
No, it's amazing. Now I'm going to share some more tips if you don't mind. And you can correct me if I say anything wrong. She opened this one here, which nowadays we use with a stretch screen. Yeah, yeah. Look, back in 2011, this is what a good lighting design looks like. She made these openings that look like a skylight.
A skylight. It looks like a skylight, yeah.
Then you combine that wood texture. See how everything just comes together? Even though there are a lot of elements, there's a connection. Here, she used this paneling with a gap for ventilation, and here she put it on the back of this piece of furniture. This,
We designed this. You
designed it, right?
We
Who
designed it. We built this.
You found this and said,
No, we designed it for here.
it looks like it was thrifted. Yeah.
But this here, the table too. We designed it.
Now, but look at that idea because I think it's so charming. A kitchen with freestanding furniture. Yeah.
So,
You had it custom made. See how you can do something custom without it looking like it was all planned out? And it looks like it was thrifted. Yeah, it looks like
it was thrifted. And
here she changed the handle material, so not everything looks exactly the same. It really does look like it was thrifted. Yeah,
and
that's thrifting. It's more than just filling up space.
yeah, that's right. And
She designed this table, and it looks thrifted. Remember, this is really useful. Stone. Yeah. It's hygienic for a work table. Yeah.
work table.
Great. By the way, this design is so nice that if you made a 90-centimeter island, it'd be right here, yeah?
Yeah, true.
This is gorgeous to copy, like how you did this beveled edge here. This little cake, I know, soon I'm going to eat the apple one. Yeah,
It's a healthy little cake.
healthy cake, everything blue and light. Look at the attention to detail. I love these bottles with the silver rim. And one more thing, I'm going to say it because I noticed. Step back, I'll show you.
here.
Look, there are these industrial pendant lights here. Yeah,
They're from Wampa.
from Lampa, they cast shadows. When you put them in a kitchen, if you use these pendant lights, they cast shadows right where you're working. So to create ambient lighting, she added this extra strip of light.
That's it.
Here, look.
And on the other side,
Sometimes people say if they don't have a design plan, they go, oh, I think this looks really nice here. I'm going to put these pendant lights in my kitchen. But this here is task lighting. Yeah. And this is the light that fills the space, so you don't have shadows while you're working. Did I get it right? That's
right.
beautiful, beautiful. And now, can I show this here real quick?
Not sure if it's messy.
No, it's fine. Like the pantry too. It's super simple, but it gives a clean look. The tiles, and I always say this too, the countertop.
Oh, that's the most practical thing for the pantry.
At my house, I made the mistake of putting masonry. First, it's a lot of work and you lose a lot of height. This here is really sturdy.
Really good. And
It can really take a beating. I love a pantry with stone countertops. Look at the door, guys.
wow.
Maybe blue. It's so beautiful. And it's wonderful. And here are the copper pots. The
Pots, yeah. Hanging up. And
do you cook?
I'm good. I'm good at organizing, with a house. With 11 bedrooms, sometimes there are 20 people in all. I'm good at organizing menus and everything, but cooking is something else. Now, my kids are married. Paula's husband cooks a lot, and my son's wife also cooks a lot. So I'm well taken care of. It's
Sorting out. Guys, how cute. Congratulations. This kitchen is, yeah.
It turned out really nice, right?
And again, here you are alone with your husband. There's a little spot here to have coffee. You don't need to set up.
It's true.
This house,
It's really nice.
I'm going to end up buying this house.
Oh, really? All right. I'll be real happy. Look, so here is already the private area. Here we have a little half bath where we did this little wainscoting in white lacquer, and above it's a fabric. Also from Entreposco. Always sticking with the blue and white vibe. And this Deca sink, which I love, I think it's timeless. And it totally matches this vintage vibe, right?
Dude, that Belle Epoque line? Yeah, that's it. They don't make it anymore.
It's gone.
Right? I've even talked to...
And these faucets, too, at the time were from Roca, I thought they were beautiful. Those are discontinued, too. The faucets totally match the house. You go there in my bathroom, too. We put in those faucets.
For me, the Belle Epoque is a Deca line that should never have been discontinued. Hey, Deca,
That's right.
sponsor the channel and let's bring back the Belle Epoque.
Now, if you look right over here, you can see there are 2 separate single bedrooms, see? There are 2 bedrooms. Over there is a little winter garden. And anyway, there's also a little bed underneath, so when more people come, they can sleep here.
Your kids are married, moving to Sao Paulo.
Yeah,
Grandkids?
I have a little grandson for my son. And this freestanding wardrobe too, which is really nice, right?
I think it makes all the difference. Check out the curtains detail. Look at the detail on the curtain. The hem stitch right there. Oh, honestly, I absolutely love this. You guys.
There's also a little freestanding wardrobe here.
And here, when there weren't the other houses, this is where your daughter stayed. Yeah.
Because there weren't any. For a while, the house would get crowded here.
Check out Baji's little dress.
It's from the Sacred family.
Look at this, the buttons. This little lace here. Is this tulle lace? It is.
Guys, this
Here is so beautiful.
really has that country vibe. How
Cute. But this cotton is wonderful. Wow. I joke around here about the previous ones. We check with our hands and with our butts, because that's how we feel it, you know? Then there are people who say, oh, you can't sit on someone else's bed. Then you say, excuse me, I asked first. Look, guys, it's wonderful. I'm in love with this vibe.
we have this bathroom here, which is the bathroom that serves both bedrooms, right? The bathrooms, we did pretty much all of them, kind of basic, the same. It's always the wooden countertop with this little texture on the wall. I was going to ask about that. Where does
This texture come from?
No, it's a texture that's,
On the spot with some powder, with some element?
yeah, nothing special. And then I always wanted to keep it really simple. We always used white tile, which is mostly in the shower area on the floor.
No fancy stuff, right?
No fancy stuff. Over there, we played around with mirrors.
No.
The wall sconces are from Secret Family. We covered them with the same striped fabric as the bedroom.
What I found really charming are the doors.
With this kind of handle,
The navy with this stone, it really cuts you. It's beautiful. But you have to show it right away so people get that impact as soon as they walk in. Look at this. What kind of stone is that?
I'm not exactly sure what kind of stone it is. Later, I'll show you our 2 siblings that are right over there in front. I don't really know the name of this one.
We haven't even gotten to the landscaping yet. Who did the landscaping here?
The landscaping, we started with Daniela Infante right after we bought the house, and then we kept changing a bunch of things because
Existing seedlings keep growing.
working on it, but the garden was really trashed. We redid everything. Wow.
It looks beautiful. This little cabinet right here on the side. It's built in too, but it kind of looks like a freestanding piece of furniture. Again, the way you put together the bed, which you do so well, and look at this sheet, the detail. The bed sheet made of straw. Back in the day, these classic beds with straw were really common, right? Kind of Provence style, having the whole set, right? The dresser, the nightstands, the bed, everything matching. And look how she mixes things up. So for anyone who doesn't know how to mix patterns, it's actually really easy. You just pick a floral print. Back in the day, it was really common to have matching sets. You can still find them in fabric stores. When they make the fabric, the print, they create families of that fabric using the same color palette. So
A striped pattern will always go with a floral. See? From the same color palette. So there's no way to go wrong. If you're afraid to mix patterns, you might say, oh, I think it's so pretty, but I don't know how to do it at home. Look, she mixed the stripes, this embroidery with this one, and this little lace here. It looks adorable.
now this bathroom is ready.
Bigger. This bathroom is bigger, but the approach, as we call it, is the same. Yeah,
Texture, wood, and white porcelain.
wood and white porcelain. See?
That said, Jogo ceramic is also adorable, right? All navy.
White. They're from Luis Salvador. We ordered a set like this for each bathroom. Here is the other bedroom, the one that faces the river.
I think I'd have to sleep in a different one each night because one has that green wall. Yeah. The river.
It faces the river. See? It's super nice here.
No, I do hear it. Yeah.
It sounds like those things they have for babies nowadays. You know, that sound machine?
A little sound bit.
You play, isn't it an app? Here, it's natural. These nightstands were from my husband's family.
Oh, with that pink marble there. Yeah.
And when we arrived, right after I got married, they were my nightstands. And then later they came here. And
Painted lacquer?
it's lacquer. Now, I think this is paint because this closet, for example, was already here. But
The paint looks great, though. And did you change the handles?
yeah, I changed the handles. And
They just don't make cabinets like these anymore, do they? Can I open it?
sure, I don't know what you're going to see.
Fine.
I just want to show.
The wood.
Oh my God. Oh, yeah. It's that kind of cabinet. That plywood, right? People don't use that anymore, right?
No, they don't.
This cabinet was already here in the house. I just painted it and changed the handles.
And that's an important thing. When you're doing a renovation, you might want to tear out the cabinets because they look old. But a lot of times, old cabinets are made of solid wood. Yeah.
That's true. And
And it doesn't absorb as much moisture as those plywood ones. MDF? So a cabinet like this is way better than the ones people are using nowadays.
for sure. Yeah. And it already had that louvered door that lets it breathe, which is super important. Yeah.
And another tip for mountain houses, too. I'm so allergic. Bia, you did great. It feels like
But I'm allergic too.
because we suffer, your eyes start to itch.
Yeah, totally.
When your house is spotless. But if you have a lot of humidity problems, there's even a company from the South. There must be others, but the one I saw is called Hot Floor. There's several companies that do that for mountain homes, heat and coils.
I see. You,
Install it on the wall before putting it in the closet.
oh, I get it. So,
You heat the wall, and then you have a thermostat in here, connected, controlling everything, and your clothes stay nice and warm.
so you won't worry about mold.
It doesn't get moldy.
It really does get moldy a lot, especially with the.
Nearby, this is another bathroom too.
Here's another bathroom, also following the same style as the others, with a wooden countertop. White ceramic.
I like it when the bathroom has the same vibe. Laundry rooms get messy, but the bathroom?
I like that. Even in our projects, we always try to make the bathroom standardized. Otherwise, it's a mess.
I like it.
Each one in a different style.
I like it. For me, that's just. And then in the powder room, if you want, you can go crazy.
I think it has to match the style of the house, I think. Otherwise, it gets too confusing.
And it's also, nowadays, we have so much information that it's nice to know what to expect. I always joke that a beautiful house, a house I like, which house do you film? What's the criteria? Is it a big house, a small house? I say, guys, sometimes it's just the attention to detail and so on. But a well-done project is kind of empirical. You know that here it's going to be the kitchen, here will be the storage room. It just unfolds naturally.
The materials speak to each other. Nowadays, since we do a lot of open kitchens, we already come with the kitchen floor already extends into the living area.
The private area,
That's
that specific thing.
It's a unified project. So here is our suite, which didn't exist before. It was an attic. And so we created it.
Oh, wow, guys. Here. I love it.
See what I mean? We wanted to do something in the same style, right? Very romantic.
Oh, I think it's amazing. The spot you're in, the balcony. Yeah.
This balcony didn't exist either, right? And it turned out to be such a nice space. Later, we'll check out the view over there. I
Love the two armchairs, because we put it on the sofa. I liked. Oh, it's beautiful. I've seen that jar down there before. Do you have another one?
Yes, it's by Luis Salvador.
Luis Salvador. Look how beautiful, everyone. Wonderful. And it has relief. And
We go crazy over there, no? Luis Salvador, right? Which are the most beautiful things in the world.
one thing I really like is when in this wooden, rustic environment, you bring in some metal, some silver.
Ah, I think it works. I think it's cool.
It's mixed. Even when it's oxidized, I love it. Glass.
Right.
I think it looks great.
Yeah, right.
Wow, your room is generous, huh? Yeah, I don't think you have to fight for space here. Not at all. And look, these two slopes here, this roof, how cute is this ceiling with that indirect lighting?
Yeah, that indirect lighting gave me some trouble. I couldn't get it to turn on, but anyway. Yeah, no, it's wonderful. The idea is to give it that extra boost to take advantage of that lighting.
You show off the structure of the ceiling. Not here, but
And
show this part yet?
here, look, this is the thing I love the most, what I adore. Waking up, opening this up, and being greeted by this view. You can see the whole property.
Of course, you'd like that, right?
It's a good one.
I'd like it too. Good morning.
Is the world watching? And over there are our two brothers. See them? Look over there.
Our mother.
Here, something else I'm in love with is this tree, which is a type of herb. Look at the color when the sun hits it. The light makes it look beautiful.
That even connects with the palm tree.
From the sound, it was already here on the property when we bought it.
This river, show it here, Lilian. This right here, I must have drawn a little house like this in my childhood, like hundreds of times.
Yeah.
Little house with the little river or the rocks.
Right now, it's really strong because it rained, but usually we take a dip there in the waterfall. It's amazing. There's a handrail for you to hold on to.
Wow, I said, guys, you're just showing off with the bolsa. Gucci, she bathes in the waterfall, darling, right? With a natural river. You get it? Man, how wonderful.
There's an office.
The curtains are flawless. Yeah,
The curtains.
flawless, guys, just how I like it.
It's the same linen. Yeah.
I love thick linen. Use. This here is
This right here, I think is really cool. It's a rotating bookshelf. See? It's from Oficina Inglesa.
wow, with lion's paw feet. Yeah.
My husband fell in love with it, and so we bought it. It's different, right?
Well, dressing room.
And here is a closet. It's a dressing room.
Check. Yeah. Like, look, I just got back from golf. I'm going to take off my shoes here because now I'm going to play the piano. Wow, how beautiful it is.
It's great.
Now, just curious, is it his and hers or is it all yours?
No. It's his and hers, but there's a part of his that's a walk-in closet. I was
Gonna say, if it were me, it would be like this. Yeah.
I already have some things that I leave here. So when I come here, I just bring one thing or another,
Guys, and look, again, because the river, it winds through the property.
This river, it goes through all the houses in the condo. It comes from up there and just keeps going.
Guys, so we have another rock. We have the river, the plumeria tree. Yeah.
It's a valley here, right? It's a valley. And
Are you right at the end of the condo or does it keep going?
now it goes on for quite a bit. I'm at the beginning of the condo. This is the beginning. It keeps going. It goes all the way up there, which
Is a dream.
actually, there is a specific designated day when you can finally open the swimming pool gates.
So,
You don't mess up the water flow for other people.
guys, right next to me, Leonino, look, in Bahia, my house is like this. You see? Honey, I'm ready. Where are we going? I was born ready, folks. Leo Pyra with a double door. It is.
True.
Well, and this isn't a bathroom, it's a shower room. It is.
A bathroom.
Bathroom.
Sala de banho para ficar bem metido.
Very clever, folks. I love the rug in the bathroom. Yes.
So it is. It's so nice
That's what gives it.
because the floor is made of demolition wood, so it's not really a problem as it gets wet.
Oh, how interesting. The curtain makes it feel cozy.
Yeah, because we did. There's one over there, there's the shower, and here there's a separate stall for the toilet, right? So we put up the little curtain to separate it. And this bathtub from Doka is just wonderful, isn't it?
It's beautiful, so we'd still put it in.
Beautiful, right? Yeah. My grandson now, our grandson, who's 1 year and 8 months old, he loves it because he has the best time in that pool.
Yeah.
It turns into a pool, right?
So we're done with this house, and now we're heading to your son's house with Lilian, your business partner. And after that, Paula's house with her herself.
So,
Come along, because there are still a lot of houses to see, folks. All right, everyone, now we're going to film one of the houses. Each house has 3 suites, and we're going with Lilian, who's Bia's business partner at the office. The architecture firm that designed the house.
That's right, that's right. So, as an architect, a partner, and a family friend, I was involved from the very beginning. This house used to be a game home. And then it evolved. The last one was made specifically for Bia's son, for Gabriel. So you'll see that it follows everything that's in the main house. But bigger, right? The same style, similar flooring, the same rugs. It has these older pieces of furniture.
Guys, I love the floor. It's
So charming. It's really rustic. I think that's what makes it so cozy, right? They're rustic materials.
We kept the hydraulic tile in the same color palette as the kitchen, but different.
Different,
And it feels like there's air conditioning.
naturally. That's because there's the big secret there.
So,
The whole house has this same kind of finish, like rustic, which is it that I think that's what's so charming about these houses, this cozy vibe they have with rustic, beautiful, high quality materials, but always with that warmth we love.
this was all part of the whole treasure hunting process, right?
Chandeliers, chandeliers.
The chair is beautiful.
Beautiful, right? Out here, we have it all the time. This is a huge plus because you open the door and are greeted by this with that little fan.
Wow, I'm just amazed.
Then we come back to the beautiful hydraulic tile and this little stream. It's just absolutely wonderful.
So, Lilian, how many years have you been business partners? Are you and Bia partners?
Well, actually, we are partners, but not in Estúdio Lido, which came about later. It started a little bit after that. Our first partnership was right after college. So it's been almost 40 years.
Oh, I was going to say, that was just yesterday. You just graduated from college.
Thank you, but no, it wasn't.
Wonderful.
Estúdio Lido, we've had it over 20 years now.
Is it friendship?
Always. She's the godmother of my wedding. So we've always been together. So we've really enjoyed this a lot. It's like partners and like family. I used to come here with my whole family. So I've always felt at home in this environment.
What's cool about building houses like this is that, first of all, it doesn't end up being something too. I'm not talking about a mansion, one of those huge houses, and then you have free range, you come here with your family.
That's it. And you stay here. I've already come here for events, for parties, without them. I've even been to weddings here without them. Right here, standing.
So it's a real family thing. I get it now.
And all the houses have everything you need. I mean, it can function independently. No problem at all, you see?
It gives you a lot of freedom for the guest, right?
Absolutely. Total freedom.
Elegance, right? Total freedom. Let's head out.
But that's how it is, parties and all life. If you want to go to bed early, you can go to bed early. If you wake up earlier, you leave earlier. So everything here was really designed to give guests autonomy. And
So, how is it set up here? Are there 3 suites here?
there are 2 here and 1 more over there.
So, you're going to show us.
Let's take a look here. Here we have 2 bedrooms and we have a small bathroom that goes.
Style.
It follows the same style, the same tiles, the same finishes. The little wooden countertop. So it's the same setup. Everything was done to create this sense of connection. They're separate houses, but in reality, everything's connected. This is one of the rooms for guests with a double bed and a view, because everything here has a view. And
You really thought a lot
double bed. Oh, wow.
to make the most of the ventilation and the view. No doubt about it.
Not to miss out on anything, right? Here's another bedroom, too.
That's another thing. When you build separate houses, it helps because you don't have that single block. You can make the house.
It works independently, but it's still connected to the others.
Nope.
Somewhere else, like that.
Lilia, look at all these windows. For sure. Because if you were all together,
Oh, right.
in the middle, it would be the middle.
Everything has windows, everything else.
Because you have 3 and 3, it's waterfall. 3.
All the facades are open, right? And it's a house. You can see it then. It's not that big, but it offers a lot of comfort.
How lovely.
It offers a lot of.
No, I want to stay here. I'm not leaving. I'm heading to Rio today, but I don't want to.
Let's check out the master suite. Chose? See? Everything in the kitchen works perfectly. This is the suite.
This rug is gorgeous. Look how the red warms it up.
Beautiful. It is. Oh, look. Look, this one has something special. See the headboard? In some places, we reuse doors and windows, and this is one of them.
Is this rigapine? Is it pine?
Now, this looks like rigapine.
Looks like rigapine, eh?
That's right. It's boar.
I love it. Look at that. Velvet. And look at the combination. How cute. That's it.
And it gives that cozy feeling.
Yes. Lace, quilted fabric, right? You can actually find this. And here, look, striped with the fabric and the tapestry. That's it.
And the tapestry. These pictures, for example, are from Gabriel's wedding. They made a bunch of banners outside and everything. And then they took them and turned them into pictures.
Oh, that's so beautiful, like Instagrammable spots.
Yeah, that's it.
Beautiful.
You've got that exactly right.
Look at the linen curtain and this thicker part that looks like burlap.
People have all the comfort. You can leave it like this, here. A lot of people at a lot of barbecues, someone comes to take a little nap. You just close it up here during the day too. The bathroom in this room follows the same concept. The same tile, textured walls, and wooden furniture.
Well, that house over there belongs to Paula, and she'll explain it herself. But now I'm going to take advantage of Lilian being here, and since the floodgates are open, we're going to head over to the sauna area where we cross the river and go to that building over there. Guys, it's amazing. See?
Because it usually just flows straight through. Then they close it and the water rises. And it starts to flow through here, forming the waterfall, which isn't always here. And
Then down here, there's the waterfall with the metal bar, so you can hold on to it. It's a natural massage. And here is the sun.
yeah, it's the sauna.
So for people who play sports, diving into this cold water means you don't even need an ice bath.
Guys, they do this a lot. They do. They do this a lot. They use it a lot.
It's a dry sauna there. Yes.
Sauna, dry.
Oh, what the hell?
Small bathroom, sauna, dry. And they're a wet, humid sauna.
Ah, show me the view of Rio. Come there. Oh, so here we have a steam sauna, also with this view of the river, and a dry sauna. It would have been perfect with just some chilled wine and a cozy wine cellar to stay in. I love drinking wine in the sauna. Yeah,
It's good, right? You come out right away, huh?
I love it. You come out already relaxed. Guys, look at this rock. She planted some succulents here. Look how beautiful it turned out. This house is like a dollhouse. I can't get over it. Well, so now we're gonna continue with Paula because we're gonna film her house. Thank you, Lilian. We actually managed to tidy up, right? A bunch of women together.
It worked out. We got everything nice and organized.
Everyone talks, everyone presents because we want everyone to participate. Guys, look how beautiful this garden is. It's
Just wonderful. Hey,
Paula, how old were you? How old were you? About 20?
oh, I was already about 24, 25. I'm turning 40 this year. So I was already of a certain age, and
Today you work in the Anjos. But in Sao Paulo,
that's right, I work with my mom. My husband moved to Sao Paulo about 3 years ago, and we already had clients there, so we ended up setting up a base there.
so you don't come here anymore?
No, I hardly ever come. I think I'm the one in the family who visits the least.
And do you miss it a lot?
Yeah, I miss it a lot. I end up counting down the days whenever there's a long holiday. I keep bugging my husband, like, come on, let's go.
That's true.
It'll work out. Let's drive. Let's buy tickets.
So this house here was a place to stay while they were building the big house. That's why Gabriel's last one, which was the game room, right? Yeah.
Because this house here, before we bought it, the owners used to rent it out to a family, and they used this house.
I asked.
The other houses were uninhabitable. You couldn't even go inside. But this house, you could actually use. In fact, there are several architectural elements we kept from this house, the ones they used. So Ghost didn't make it into the package of, for example, all the bathrooms are the same, but the uniformity here is a little different.
Got it. Because this was already a separate detached house,
It's a detached house.
and then you guys integrated it.
That's right.
Now it's your house.
It's my house.
Oh, look at that. So go ahead and do the honors.
Let's go.
You can tell it's a girl's house. Yeah.
It's really girly, for sure. And so back when we set up this house, I work with interior design nowadays, but I used to work in fashion. I was really into fashion, you know? You'll see the bedroom is totally like that, a designer's bedroom, you know, like a showpiece for decor. But like the structure of the house was already like this. The kitchen was already here. We already had pretty much all the windows and the door. What we did differently was this part here used to be a porch. We closed it off to make this dining room, you see? Which is the card table area.
Playing cards here tonight?
Yeah, we usually sit around and play cards here at night.
And you decided everything yourself? The fabrics, everything?
The fabrics ended up kind of fitting the house's palette, its identity, you know? I bought pretty much everything here with my mom. We went out and found everything ourselves. So a lot of things we bought there already in the Entreposto line. And there are also things that came from other houses, from other times we've had as a family, you know?
That's way cooler, no?
Like the couch is from my godmother. She moved out of her apartment and said, hey, take the couch for your place. So we started bringing in elements from other stories, you know?
But you know what I thought was really cool here? The trims and the moldings, the doors are all blue, and then how you brought blue in here. In this joinery detail, right? From the windows. Yeah.
Man, it turned out so. Even though this house was already finished, it ended up really integrated with everything that was built afterward, you know? We managed to make that integration in a really nice way.
Yeah, you can tell. You can see it's the same style, the same family. And so here, hang on. Oh, how cute. Guys, I love it. So show us the main bedroom here.
No, the main bedroom's over there. Here are the two guest rooms we have, which we call the hangout rooms. I use the house a lot with friends, like 300 friends. We used to wrestle, do everything, all of us on the floor.
Picadillo, rodeo, drive-ins, the clubs from back in the Sarah days.
We used to go to Euro a lot.
I remember that phase.
Here is a double bed. It's a tighter house. It's more compact than the others. Because we chose not to change its layout, it's more compact. But still, it totally fits the vibe of the whole property, you know?
There's a window, so like this room here is the smallest one, but with the window and this view, you don't even need.
And what's nice here is that since it's set apart from the other houses, you get a little time off. So like if you're tired and want to rest, you don't have to join in. Sometimes in the other spaces, you might feel like you have to participate a bit more, but here, not so much, you know? You can stay more tucked away.
Come in.
Past the mess, it gets wild.
Here, the classic line, don't follow me, I'm not a soap opera. And here are the bathrooms too, but the bathrooms, I always keep it simple. No.
It's nothing. Let me close this here.
And here are the beds, which are those slightly bigger twin beds.
Yeah, at its peak. Like back in the day, 2 of my friends used to sleep in one of these beds.
In other words, this place was for the crew.
It was for the crew.
When she said you go offline, it's like, you just stay here hungover. It's just you and your mom. Annoying. Look at her face, Gil. Now I say, oh, Fernanda, you're being, how do you say it? Rude. No, but that's exactly it.
Claro.
The crew used that.
House. Just amazing memories, really. There's nothing else to say.
Game nights, guys, so good. Oh, this cabinet is something else. Is it metal?
It's made of metal. It used to hang, but we put so much stuff in it that it kept falling down. We used to say, let's just admit it's supposed to be on the floor. Anyway, when I moved to Sao Paulo, I took a lot of things from here with me.
Oh, look how cool. I always say this. How interesting it looks when you bring in silver, metal, and this more rustic style. It looks so beautiful. Look at the kitchen. How cute.
I love this little piece of furniture here. This little piece of furniture is mine. Axidol too. I keep singing to my mother to take him away to my house. They're in Sao Paulo.
I think this gentleman's furniture is beautiful. It's a work piece, right? With cleaning products, delivery people. I love it. It's very much now your room is closer.
Now it's my room. Let's go. Our house back in Rio is really modern, but I've always been more classic, you know? I wanted a really romantic room, more old school, you know? So when I made this room, it was like a dream come true, you know? Really? Like the floral background. And
So that's when the decorating bug bit you and you decided to work with your mom?
then that's where the seed was planted, I think, you know?
I love these stools with the X. I think they're super versatile to put by the couch, to use as an ottoman, to put in the hallway.
It's handy because sometimes we just arrive and I just bring a suitcase now. It comes right here. I open it up and it just stays open here.
And here again, the stripe combination. The detail, the texture of the bay, the texture of the white bed. The base is white, and they play around with the pillows all the time.
Man, these 2 friendships. I brought them back from a trek. Then I was going to buy a 3rd one, and my mom said, Paula, that's enough. You can't. Half the bed's already taken up. It's not going to work.
That's the bathroom.
Right? And that's where the bathroom is. This bathroom is different from the rest of the house. Totally. Because it was already here. We just kept it. See? What I mean? The bathroom is really fit for a princess. Yeah.
You guys put those suitcases under the group.
Yeah. We always put toilet paper there, right? A little hair dryer and a blow dryer. Hair dryer. It's really...
I love it, Paula. Gorgeous.
It's really important. I love this mirror, okay? This is another one I'm always trying to steal from here.
Well, and here is the leisure area, right? Barbecue grill.
Yeah, this is the social area, you know, the area where we share love. Part of the time when we're here, there's always someone growing.
And you got married here?
I got married here. I threw my party here. The party, it embraced the whole house.
Guys, look at this house. Look at this view.
We set everything up so that it ended up on top of the house, like the house was inside the party.
You and your brother?
My brother. Then my brother switched it up. His altar was here, and his party was over there on the soccer field.
Oh, guys, this is like a club, so hold on. Where do we go from here? What do you think? Should we do it like this?
Try this way.
All right, then. I have that dream of building that multifamily residence.
Right.
When we get old.
I know.
This place is perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect because, first of all, for this region, it's a really flat piece of land, you know? So it's perfect like that. So,
Could you do physical therapy over there? Yeah.
yeah, you could. And if you don't even want to run into each other sometimes, you can just sneak away. Go that way, go through.
There. Yeah, everyone gets their own house.
It's super.
We can split the same nurse.
I joke with my dad, this place is kind of self-sufficient, right? He's got solar panels over there. Yeah.
I was checking out the solar panels.
We've got a natural spring, so, you know, if you wanted to blow everything up, it's a good place to stay. Having a little garden, you could do it.
I love it. Who plays tennis? You play or do I?
I don't play. My dad used to play a lot of tennis. He really insisted on building a regulation court, for real.
There's no lighting, because if there were, then things would really get going.
There's no lighting.
But it would look terrible, right? Just imagine this garden all lit up.
We used to have a spotlight thing, you know? Kind of look like,
Guys, this is one of the most beautiful courts I've ever seen. And over there, that's where it ends. That's where the house ends, Paula?
yeah, that's the end. That's already the neighbor's place.
So we're gonna have to make a whole series, you know? It won't be just one episode. It's gonna be a house plus a series. 5 episodes.
And so he made an orchard. So there are all kinds of fruits. I don't really know what's what. He does, because he was the one who planted them. My dad planted them. But honestly, we're always so happy to come here. You grab a lemon, pick a tangerine, you know?
No, that's really great.
And these 3 trees here are cherry trees. So around July, this whole area turns pink. It's something.
Incredible. You know, there's a system. If you get the house from the start, the BT system, you can set up your own sewage station and you can direct the organic waste to part of the orchard. So you get this natural fertilization with organic compost. We
have a composter and a wood-fired house. Then there's the island, which is Junk Island, named after our dog. We planted a cherry tree there.
And he's buried.
Yeah, he's very bare.
Should I go down here?
Yeah. You know?
Yes, hold on.
Man, I walked down these stairs in my wedding dress.
Wow,
I almost fell at the bottom. My dad held me up tight.
I'm like this now, but she came down these stairs as a bride. And all dressed in white. But this was already something that was settled. And did you guys build the bridge?
We just improved it. It was already settled and we just made it a bit better, you know?
Guys, look how beautiful it is.
It's amazing. The big challenge back when we were younger was making your way across the rocks all the way up there, you know?
Wow, this place, so many games, right? Yeah.
Here we call it the kids section, which is it's kind of little beach, you know?
Camp here? As a child, I would grab a tent and say, tonight I'm gonna sleep here.
Yeah, I like camp too. No, this garden is just too wonderful.
Paula, I'm speechless. Thank you for accepting. Thanks.
Wow.
How's a maze? I was left.
I'm so glad you came.
No, I'm like this. I'm looking to buy a house. Guys, seriously, this property is a dream. I don't even know where to look. And now I'm gonna have a chat with Marina Brazil, who was the one who showed me this house. This will be the first of many, right?
Many. Now I want you here in the mountains all the time.
Sure. And Marina has the most beautiful houses in the region. If anyone wants a paradise like this, just reach out. Her Instagram link will be there and her YouTube channel too, where she makes a bunch of videos showing the houses. And every now and then, we're gonna pick one to show here on Casa.
Our debut is one of a kind.
Where?
right? This house is totally out of the ordinary.
Totally out of the ordinary. How is it, Marina? You have the exclusive on a house like this. Did you get nervous? I would be so nervous.
It was an honor. This opportunity came about because of another sale I made, also of an amazing house. So the owners knew each other, and one recommended me to the other right at the start of my career, which is pretty recent. So it was incredible. When I got here, I thought, my God, where's the real estate market taken me? There are incredible houses and such interesting people. And this one, I can't deny it because I'm very genuine and transparent. My passion for this house is completely genuine, truly real, and you understood why.
No, I understood. When I saw the video, I couldn't believe it. I got in touch with Marina right away. But tell me, this house is a big house.
Yes,
So, I can already picture it as an inn, you know? You could do a lot of things with it. It is.
a flexibility. And
Wedding venue.
yes, this house is really versatile because there are 11 bedrooms, but they're very well laid out. So the main house has 5. Suddenly you have a family that stays there. Oh, I want to invite my mom and my mother-in-law. The mother-in-law stays over there. The mom stays over here. I have teenage kids, so they stay there, and here I get some privacy.
Kids who are married with kids of their own.
Yes, kids who are married with kids. Then there's this big lawn where the kids can really run free. The soccer field, which is a very common request from clients.
A real grass field, right? Grass.
The tennis court, which adds a touch of sophistication. It's beautiful too. Even for people who don't play, it's still a tennis court. Wow. A lot of people ask me for it. This flat terrain, which is getting rarer and rarer because people want to make the most of the land, really make it pay off. So they start building on slopes, uphill or downhill. But it's just not the same experience being here on flat ground. We're walking on the lawn, enjoying
Trees, even for running, for hosting events, because a house like this is an investment.
Yes.
So sometimes people want to get some return on it.
Yes.
Nowadays, for example, I teach a lot of people how to rent out their homes for short-term stays, for events, and so on, because it has a different dynamic. And the house
It's super suitable.
meets all the requirements. Yeah, lawns, the house. 3 separate houses. So the bride stays here, the family stay there. What I found interesting is the timeless architecture and decor.
Yes, totally. Classic forever.
Classic forever. The furniture, they're wonderful. Do those stay too?
Yes, they stay. The house will be sold fully furnished. So if you like it, that's it. You couldn't even recreate it because it's really artistic. There, that's Bia's work. You don't have to worry about that. It'll come just like this.
To put together a house like this?
It takes a lot of investment. We're inside a gated community, which also provides all the security you need these days. It's a natural concern.
There's no way. You can't even fence in and watch over all of this unless it's community security. So you have solar panels, which I thought was really cool here. Let's just quickly show the garage. They've already installed a solar panel roof, so in other words, energy efficiency.
Low cost is always available. And there was also a really smart solution. I loved it. They parked the cars right there under the panels.
Up above.
It turned out discreet and functional. It's close to Barembaya with all the leisure facilities. Very close to Itaipava with all the restaurants. Right in the heart of Itaipava.
A house where we'll keep so many memories and happy moments.
You got it. I'll let you come visit me. Will you invite me? You can come.
Deal.
Well, this was great. I hope to film more. I want to film your projects. Okay.
All right, let's set it up.
Trio,
Let's set it up.
your houses. Anyway, I think this partnership's going to work out.
That's right. I loved having you all here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. And remember, subscribe to the channel. Guys, I feel so young when I say that.
And the
Wait, rate button to turn right. Go ahead and rate and subscribe to the channel. Takes 10 years off, right?